Good afternoon and welcome to Medieval Motors. We've got a fun one today. We're going to be installing a rough country leveling kit on the Chucky Suburban, and hopefully at the end of the video we'll have another little unveiling. We got them another set of cool accessories, but it's better if we just show you. So if you like this kind of content, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, let me know how things are going. Feel free to share this with anybody you know, and let's get started. All right, let's get to work. So let's start by getting the wheel off. So it looks like the coilover shot just has 2 bolts on the bottom and 3 on the top, so this should be pretty quick. Looks like 15 top and bottom. Alright, by taking the sway bar end link off, we've gotten rid of the tension that was still kept in the spring. The control arm moves freer, and now it's just a matter of popping it out. We just need to push it back. And then wiggle it through the control arms. And there we go. That's the old one. We'll do a side-by-side comparison. Now realize that this thing's well over 100,000 miles old and probably should have been changed. But the shock body is where we're going to end up getting our 2 inches of lift on the front, so the whole thing becomes more level. Alright, and to put the new one in, all we do is reverse the procedure. Get a nut started to hold it in place. That way you don't have to fight the weight of the strut as well as positioning it. So as you can see, to give myself a little extra slack, just like taking off the sway bar, I was fighting with it and I just decided to pop the upper ball joint loose. That let the whole knuckle assembly drop down far enough that it became a whole lot easier to get that installed. So let's put the lower bolts in place, and Rough Country gave us new hardware, so I guess we'll use that. So while the upper bolts are loose to give us the room to kind of wiggle this thing in, we can get the supplied hardware for the bottom bolts to get it locked into the control arm. We can torque those down, and then we can move back up to the top, get those torques, put the upper ball joint back together, and we should be done. Oh, sway bars too. When you're working by yourself in the garage, ratchet straps make a good extra hand. I'm not trying to tighten it down enough to fully seat the ball joint, just enough to get the nut on the back, and then we can tighten it down normally. All right, so as you can see, we got the sway bar put back on. The upper ball joint's tight. The lower strut bolts were already done. The upper strut bolts are in position and torqued down. So we can put the wheel on and then repeat the process on the other side.
Three hours later.
Oh yeah, that wheel gap is much better. Here we are at Discount Tire, and we're gonna get some new shoes for Chucky. And here's the reveal. Smile, dear. Got fuel reaction 20x9s on BFG KO AT KO2s. So we should be done.